output than the damn Blacktail that Leon has. And I think she gets the Punisher handgun as well. Like, almost fully upgraded, too. She's got a little more diverse loadout than Leon. What's up? The only accomplishment I've never done in Resident Evil 4 on any version of the game is mastering the mercenaries, because I never bothered to finish doing that. I got sick of trying, and then after like 80 tries, finally get mastery on one level with one character, and then it's like, okay, I don't even want to play this anymore. It was such a pain in the ass. But basically, there's 4 stages. There's the village, the castle, the island, which are the 3 main areas of the game. And then there's, just like Resident Evil 5's Mercenaries, there's a stage that's a bonus stage that is not in the campaign in any sense. Just like the volcano prison in RE5, that mercenary stage has nothing to do with the main campaign. It's just a ridiculous over-the-top mercenary stage with enemies that aren't even seen in the main game, like the albino executioner and shit. There's a stage like that in Resident Evil 4 as well. It's called the Water World, and it's this like fucking floating little village out in the sea or some shit, and it has nothing to do with the game. And it's harder than fuck. There's even an enemy that's not in the campaign, just like RE5's prison, that's called a Super Salvador. And a Salvador is one of the chainsaws. That's a Salvador. Super Salvador is an amped up version that's not in the campaign, that's twice as tall, and has a double-bladed chainsaw, and goes into a frenzy mode that never ends, constantly attacking like a fucking wild man. And it can't be hand-to-hand at all. Like, even Hunk and shit can't do their hand-to-hand. Because he's like 8 feet tall or more. Probably more. Probably closer to 12 feet tall.
Holy shit.
And that's the one stage where, like, Hunk is pretty bad. Just like fucking Leon and Ada. Wesker and Krauser still do well on the Water World because they're OP regular gear, not just their OP hand-to-hand. Like, Krauser's the best for Water World because you can just use an arm blade and one-shot those Super Salvador fags just like anything else with Krauser. But Wesker still has the Killer 7 Magnum and shit you can use to rock their day. Nobody else gets a Magnum but Krauser. Or Wesker.
Right.
Wesker's the only one that gets a Magnum, but Krauser's the only one who gets the bow and his arm blade. But with Leon only having 2 crap guns and terrible hand-to-hand and a bad knife, and then Ada having 3 crap guns, terrible hand-to-hand and a bad knife, and then Hunk having a good gun, but great hand-to-hand that you can't use, and fucking no knife, those 3 have a harder time on the Water World. Hunk still has a better time than Ada or Leon there, but he sucks for dealing with the Super Salvadors. They're a constant problem there, and he can't really effectively kill them. Not without basically blowing all your custom TMP ammo or grenading the absolute fuck out of them is basically the only way to kill them with Hunk. And it's not a very big stage. There's not a lot of places to run and maneuver to get away from them. And there's a lot more like dynamite throwing fags and stuff on the Water World than other stages. But the way you gotta, there's a special reward, and it's the only thing I've ever gotten in the game, if you fully master every stage with every character. Now what that entails is you have to get a 5-star rating on each of the 4 levels with all 5 characters. And if I remember, a 5 and from what I remember, a 5-star rating takes 160,000 minimum score to get a 5-star. And you have to do that with all 5 characters on all 4 stages. So 20 fucking times you have to get a minimum of 160 grand, but not even all on the same stage. So you can't even just get used to a certain setup on one stage, which is what I've done. I've 5-starred the village with every character, even Leon and Ada. And I 4-starred every stage because you have to do that to be able to unlock the other characters. You have to get a 4-star rating. But that's only like 80,000 points. That's half what you need to get a 5-star. Like, that's how sad that is, that it's like 80,000 to get a 4-star, and then double that just for 1 more star. That's pretty fucking gay.
Yeah. Imagine that'd take a lot of time.
But the special reward you get that I've never got is for the main campaign. If you do that, the merchant will then sell Barry Burton's Colt Anaconda from previous Resident Evil games. One of the most, recognized guns in Resident Evil. That's what Barry Burton's famous for, is big ass fucking 44 Anaconda. And you unlock that gun as the creme de la creme of guns in the game if you can fucking 5-star every stage with every character. And I've never pulled that off. And it gets its own special ammo unique from normal Magnum ammo. It actually has its own special hand cannon ammo. Comes in a yellow box, which only shows up in the game if you have that gun. But that's the thing. The gun is actually free to buy from the merchant, because it'd be bullshit if they charged you for it after going through all that mercenaries crap. It actually costs you 0 pesetas. And then once you have it, it only, I think it does like 100.0 damage or something like that, or 50.0. Yeah, I think it does like 50.0 damage, which is insanely high. It's the same as the Broken Butterfly Magnum, fully upgraded with its exclusive, which just adds a shit ton of firepower.
Right.
And then it's very easy to upgrade the Anaconda, and once it's upgraded, it has infinite ammo, so you don't even have to find the ammo for it anymore. And its damage jumps up to 200.0. Making it the most powerful weapon in the game besides the PRL 412, which you have to be professional to get that. I have on that. That gun's not even fun though. You might as well let it play the game with the PRL 412.
Yeah, makes it too easy.
Too easy? Might as well just be playing a cutscene the whole game. It's like the mine launcher in that it's a fucking, like, arm locking fucking gun, like it locks onto Leon's arm, like the mine thrower. But it looks a little more like the Covenant from Halo made it version of the mine thrower.
Yeah. Envy sent me an invite.
Fuck him. But what it does is there's 2 fire modes on the PRL 412. The standard fire mode shoots out a blast of lightning in front of you that stuns or kills every enemy in front of you at close range. And the ones that aren't killed by it outright, they're stunned at like a flashbang, but more powerful damage done to them pre-hand. So when you go up to hand them, it's just an insta-kill. And then, that's not even the bullshit thing about it. The main thing that PRL 412 does, which you might as well sell every item and not even worry about picking up money or doing anything in the game or even playing it anymore, is you can charge it, which takes like half a second, so it's not even that long. And when you charge it, it shoots out a Death Star ray that will insta-kill anything in the game, even the hardest boss fights, through their armor. You don't even have to aim for weak spots.
Wow.
And on top of that, to make it more gay, when you charge it, like for example, when you went into the village for the first time, where they come out in droves and droves till the bell rings, basically I went to there and fired the PRL 412 there. What it does is when you can stand at the entrance to that before they even detect you, charge it and fire a blast randomly in the direction of an enemy. And what it does is the beam will split into several beams, hit every single enemy through walls and everything, and kill them all instantly. In any area of the game. Anywhere you go, you can just charge up a blast and fire, and it'll go through and kill every enemy in the area. In one shot, through walls and everything. It's like, why even play the game with that piece of shit? What the fuck?
Right.
What a joke. What a fucking It's like, oh, it takes up a whole bunch of inventory space. It's putting me out so much. It's like, what do you need inventory space for? You don't even need elf items anymore, let alone other guns. Or money or anything. If you can manage to beat professional on just the small attaché case, that's just big enough to fit only the PRL 412. It takes up exactly as much space as the small case. I'm pretty sure we're close enough to it. You could just take the small case, if you could make it through the game with just that, then sell everything and just get the PRL 412, which is also free and comes fully upgraded once you get Be Professional. You could just put that in your small case and not even carry any other thing in the game, or even worry about having the tactical vest for reduced damage, or anything like that. You could literally just beat the whole game without ever even taking damage, or missing a shot, because it doesn't let you miss.
Yeah.
I think I played when I got it. I think I played as far as the farm. Like, I beat the little farm right in the beginning. First time you go there with the blue medallions, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with this pile of shit. Because it even took all the medallions out the level for me at the same time. Like, I went to the farm and fired a charge shot, and it killed every enemy and all fucking 7 or 8 medallions in the farm without missing. From the entrance.
Wow.
The beam literally just fractures like it's being shot through a fucking gemstone or something when there's multiple targets. It just fucking, but doesn't lose any power because of it. It just fucking fractures out light and just kills everything. The PRL 412, the PRL stands for Plaga Removal Laser. More like beat everything in the entire world laser.
Yeah,
Fucking
no shit.
Plaga removal. It doesn't even remove plagas, it just beats everything in the game. It completely disintegrates everything. Through walls. At least the Anaconda takes some skill. You still have to be able to shoot and hit with it.
Right.
And granted, yeah. It'll pretty much one-shot anything too. But not through walls and not all at once. Yeah, it's fully upgraded. It does have infinite ammo. It's also got a restricted fire rate because it's a fucking revolver. A lot of recoil, so you can't... You have to take more time in between lining up shots. You know, it's actually balanced out a bit for an OP gun rather than just being blatantly as OP as it possibly can.
Right.
But it's like, if you ever wanted an example of an OP weapon in a game, I would say that's probably the most OP gun I've ever seen in any game, or any weapon. Like, if it's like, oh, if you had to choose one weapon to survive like an apocalypse scenario, what would you want? It's like, I'd want that, because it beat everything. By the rules of how it works, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, you just fire it up in the air, watch the beam split, and kill every zombie on the planet at once. What would you do in an apocalypse survival kill for? Like, people are always doing those. What would your zombie apocalypse survival team be? Like, fictional characters, who would you want on your team? You can't choose more than one person from the same universe or whatever. Like, why need any of that? Just pick the PRL 412 from Resident Evil 4. You don't need a team. Just end the apocalypse in one shot without any effort at all. Ask Leon, he'll show you the way.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure it was put in because you can only have it in professional. Like, you have to beat professional to get it. I'm sure it was put in, so it's like, oh, people who got, you know, fed up with dealing with beating professional, now they can get some revenge on the game on their second run through. It's like, yeah, but you took it too far. Especially, it's like, okay, if I manage to unlock the PRL 412, it means I can handle myself on professional anyway.
Right.
They should put that Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. Good job, DICE. Pretty much. Mike's really taking that whole blaming every stupid game design decision on DICE, even in games completely unrelated to DICE games. Mike's really taking that to heart. He uses it very well. And I'm sure if I told him about that, he'd be like, yeah, good fucking job, DICE. Over to the Resident Evil 4 weapon. It's like, yeah,